Let me just say this plain. If you keep cleaning up after arsonists without ever arresting the fire starter, you're part of the problem. And that's what the Democratic Party has been doing for decades. The GOP sets fire after fire, and the Dems show up 3 hours later like, oh no, this is terrible. There's a donation link and a voters' rights committee at the bottom. No sir, no ma'am. Y'all listen, I'm Sheniqua, and this is I Got Tea. Time to educate America because clearly somebody needs to. Now, this is episode 3 in our series, How to Stop Losing a Fight You Were Born to Win. And today we're talking about this dangerous passive-ass habit the Democratic Party has of playing cleanup crew while fascism just throws another match. But before we go further, like this video, share it, and drop a comment like a fire emoji and send it to your most optimistic friend who still thinks decency alone will save us. We've got to circulate the truth while we still can. Okay, so let's get into this pattern that keeps playing us. And the pattern that has been playing on loop since Reagan is this. The GOP breaks it, the Dems fix it, then the GOP lies about who did what, and by the next election, the people forgot who lit the match. Example, Bush crashes the economy. Obama cleans it up. Trump botches COVID and tanks the economy again. Biden pulls us back from the brink and still gets dragged for the cost of eggs. Meanwhile, the GOP's in the background lighting another match and yelling, Bidenomics, and putting stickers on gas tanks? Listen, you can't keep putting out fires, then acting surprised when there's always smoke in the house. You've got to call out the arsonists and ban them from the damn building. Or at least fight harder. Like before they light the match. Because y'all, people are calling you out on this good cop, bad cop complex, and it's killing us. Too many Democrats are trying to be the moral adult in the room, practicing decorum, while the other side is busy building a flamethrower out of white grievance, religious extremism, and tax breaks for billionaires. This idea that if we stay civil, we'll win hearts and minds. Baby, that's not a strategy. That is codependency. You can't beat fascism with respectfully. You beat it by getting loud, organized, and unbothered by pearl-clutching headlines. Because guess what? The GOP doesn't care if the press calls them hypocrites. They care about power. And while Democrats are arguing over the tone of a tweet, Republicans are flipping school boards and stacking courts. Who's winning? They're winning the game, but we're all losing. Because listen, the voters notice, and they're tired. People are not dumb. They're just hopeful. But they see who's actually fighting for them and who's just delivering statements in Times New Roman, size 12. And here's what they see. Dems deliver when they can. GOP blocks everything, lies about it, and then runs on the very thing they blocked. Hello, border control. Dems stay quiet, try to be classy, and lose the messaging war again. Hello, weapons of mass destruction. Hello, woke culture. Hello, waste, fraud, and abuse. So listen, people start asking, what's the point? And that's why turnout drops. That's why the disillusionment spreads. And that's how we keep getting dragged backwards by a vocal minority. So here's the truth. The playbook needs to change now. It's time for Democrats to stop being the damn janitors and start being the architects. No more hand-wringing. No more weak condemnations. No more time-chasing bipartisanship with people who think democracy is optional. No more thinking he's not going to do the shit because it's not legal, because obviously he doesn't care. We need sharper messaging, a consistent united vision, and a war room mentality because, baby, we are in a war, a political, cultural, and spiritual one. So, what can you do when the fire still hasn't reached the roof? It's this. If you're watching this, you're already part of the resistance. But don't just nod and scroll. Here's how to turn this fire into fuel. Call your reps, not once, but consistently. Be committed to making noise. Make your demands impossible to ignore. The second thing is to support candidates who speak with backbone and not press releases. Don't just wait on DC. Show up locally. Your city council, your school boards, your budget hearings. And then the fourth thing you can do is share content that calls it like it is, like this video. And the fifth thing to do is to stay ready to organize when the call comes, because at this point it will. So if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Now, here's the plain and simple truth once again. You don't stop a fire by making the ashes look pretty. You stop it by naming the arsonists, by cutting off their gas supply, and by posting a damn do not enter sign on democracy's front door. So, this has been I Got Tea. Time to educate America. And if this episode lit something in you, like it, share it, drop a comment and let me know. And then tag someone who needs to stop playing cleanup and start calling shots. Because, baby, if we don't get bold now, we're going to end up living in the smoke for as long as maybe forever.